What is up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Friday, December 23rd, 2022. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you. Just want to remind everybody we will not be doing a YouTube live on Sunday night since it is Christmas. I gave Jeff and Sean the night off, but I did cut their pay. Yeah, they don't get paid. Can't cut zero, can you? So anyways, today I want to talk about, Ryan Day's thoughts on this recruiting class and how NIL kind of has affected it. And just some highlights from his press conference on Wednesday. It's things that stuck out to me I thought were important. So, as you know, the Buckeyes landed 18 four-star recruits, 1 5-star and 1 3-star. Ryan Day said the quality of the people they're bringing in is what has him, what he's focused on right now. He said, and this is what really hits home with me, these guys want to be Buckeyes. And that's the key. That's the key to this class. These guys want to be Buckeyes, all right? It's not about money, NIL deals. You're not getting a bag before you even sign on the line, which is dotted. You know, it's about being a Buckeye and thinking longer term than just today. He also said there's a lot of twists and turns along the way, a lot of emotional roller coasters, obviously talking about decommitments. You know, they had the 5 decommitments. Said he wasn't overly concerned with that. In today's recruiting, Georgia had 6 decommitments, by the way. Nobody talked about that. One kid did rejoin the class, but flips are just, like I said, modern recruiting in today, you know. And don't forget, the Buckeyes signed 4, they had 4 flips on their own. So all those people kind of, I see on social media shitting on Ryan Day, saying he never flips anybody. False. If you pay attention, he actually does. Brandon Innes, the only 5-star in his class, was committed to Oklahoma. Calvin Simpson-Hunt, stud corner out of Texas, was committed to Texas Tech. Joshua Mickens, most recently, was committed to LSU. Then, of course, the quarterback, Lincoln Keenholz, was committed to Washington. And he actually said, he said Washington offered a better NIL deal for him, but he's going to bet on himself and go to Ohio State. That's what we're up against here in the NIL world. You might be outbid for a recruit coming into school, but that kid needs to have that mentality that he's willing to go in and compete regardless of the price tag or the size of the bag at the end of the recruitment, you know. And that's the challenge, is filtering through these kids and seeing who's willing to believe in themselves and fight and compete, and to use Ryan Day's words, fight. You know, that's the theme of the program right now, and not just take a quick paycheck, you know. So he did say, I just think it's kind of the way of the world right now. You know, some guys decommit 2 and 3 times, talking about the decommitments, of course, before they sign. And he said, if it were 10 years ago, I'd probably be like, what's going on? But right now we've had some guys change commitments from one school to our school. So he said, I remember a time when somebody was committed, everybody just stopped recruiting them. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago either, right? That doesn't change anything anymore. So with early recruiting, with all the different things that are out there right now, guys are changing their minds. We just have to adapt and move on. And that's the key for coaching staffs, right? Oh, by the way, they still got a freaking playoff game they got to get ready for in a week. So that stack that on top of them. He also said that it means that we need to, when they commit, they just have to keep recruiting them. And of course, that also means your own roster. You got to keep re-recruiting your own roster while they're on the freaking team, right? He acknowledged there are a lot of things going on out there in the NIL world, and he knows that it's hard for guys to walk away from the NIL, bags that they're getting offered. He also said, as NIL continues to change and move, we're constantly having conversations on a weekly basis on what we need to do to continue to improve and what we need to do better, where it's going, and where we can keep building on it. He also said it's Ohio State, so we should be the best in the country, and we will. I like the positivity. don't read Twitter, Coach Day. Don't read Twitter because they don't think you can do it. Anyway, Day says he believes players who have signed with the Buckeyes have unbelievable opportunities in the NIL space when they arrive in Columbus. He said that his primary pitch to recruits has been becoming a Buckeye will give them the opportunity to compete for national championships and be developed for the NFL. So that's why going into the portal is not something he wants to do very often. Stick with the high school recruits, development. That is your key, the development for the NFL. That is what Ohio State really wants to sell as a program. He also said it's a lot that comes with deciding on where to go to a school. A lot of these guys did it for the right reasons. And what he means is focusing on the things that really matter, like development. Again, he brought up that development word, and that's key. And I agree with him. And he also mentions, you do get a pretty good freaking education as being part of the Ohio State University football program. Compete for national championships every year, and the culture and city of Columbus has a lot to offer. So a lot of things that they can sell to these guys, but development again is that number one thing. And he just finished with and it's all about relationships, and he feels that the coaching staff did an unbelievable job of building relationships throughout the process with all the recruits. So, and that's what it's all about. Let's continue to grow, move on, learn, and do it better next year. I'll take it. Again, when you go by average player ranking, we're third behind Bama and Georgia. Bama's going to lock in probably a record-setting class, like well over 94 average rating. So, and we only have 20 recruits. Again, another small class for Ryan Day. So that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to give you guys the bright side of the Ohio State recruiting for the 2023 class. So hit me up, comment, like, subscribe. Always want to hear from you guys. I'll be cranking out shows throughout the weekend, Christmas Eve, Christmas, doesn't matter. I'll be here. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.